Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. Live on hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
This is Herflow from Hot 702.5 FM. Las Vegas, looking for a winner-takes-all way to burn off that extra energy? Welcome to Bouncy World, the ultimate climate-controlled indoor playground. We're stacking the deck with specials all week long. Cool off with Frosty Tuesdays featuring ice-cold treats for the kids, then join us for free popcorn Thursdays, because nothing beats a salty snack after a giant bounce. And at Bouncy World, we believe every child deserves their moment to soar. Join us every Sunday from 9 to 11 a.m. for Sensory Sundays. We dim the lights and turn off the music to create a calm, inclusive space designed specifically for our newer, diverse community. At Bouncy World, we fly high. From high-flying fun to inclusive play, we've got it all. Visit us at bouncyworldlv.com to book your party or check our open play hours. Bouncy World, jump into the fun today.
Hi. Hey. What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled. This is Mila J. Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
This is your girl, Miss Connie LV. We have a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name and your naked truth?
Hi, my name's Paige, and my naked truth is I have a husband out in Washington and one here in Vegas, and currently right now I'm pregnant, and the one in Vegas doesn't know about it.
Damn, Paige. Okay, then, listen, it's hard to find one person to love, and you found two. Shout out to you. Let everybody know that there is a baby on the way, and the naked truth is you don't know who the hell your baby daddy is. Listen, you got to stay tapped in to stay turned on. Every Wednesday at 5 p.m., The Naked Truth, Miss Connie LV. Foreplay isn't just physical. It begins with attention, it deepens with curiosity, and it blossoms in trust. That's one of the many levels of intimacy we explore on The Naked Truth. Let me turn your love language up. I'm your girl, Miss Connie LV. I am your bedroom boutique consultant, /11002. I am the lady with the lube. It doesn't matter if you're loving on yourself or somebody else. I got you. You know, the amazing thing about being a stylist for over 30 years is that I have people sit in my chair all the damn time talking about their relationships, the good, the bad, the ugly, the affairs, the proposals, and God, don't even get started on the menopause frustrations and the impotent men. Listen, you trying to find your spark again. I'm trying to diagnose you, comb your hair, give you some therapy, fill up your cup, but ultimately, if you tap in every Wednesday at 5 p.m. on Levels of Intimacy, The Naked Truth, I got a whole panel of folks to tell you how to get your shit together, because all I keep telling you is that I'm the lady to sell lube. It's your girl, Miss Connie LV, and that's my naked truth. You're listening to Miss Connie from Levels of Intimacy, The Naked Truth at Hot 702.5 FM, Risky Radio. All right. Good evening. Good afternoon, everyone. What's up? It's your girl, Miss Connie LV. Okay, showing up today with the glasses on. What's going on, everybody? I want to welcome you all to the show. You already know what it is. It's Levels of Intimacy, the Naked Truth. I'm your girl, Miss Connie LV, and this is Hot 702.5 FM. Make sure you come on in here, but before you get comfortable, make sure you like, copy, paste, subscribe, and share. Because, I'm giving calm right now, but there is a lot going on in the moment. So much that I had to put my glasses on before the show started, okay? But come on in here, guys. Like I said, make sure you copy, follow, share, and subscribe to the show where we tap into real raw conversations, and we are unapologetically, authentically naked. Okay. And we get ready to talk about it today. I dropped a little bit of a drip earlier today, and last week we touched on the topic of tolerance. And this week we're still there because what is your threshold of tolerance when it comes to relationships and situationships? How are we showing up? It's everybody always talks about these toxic relationships, but the naked truth is abuse usually starts with prescription science. It just show up like love notes. Okay. It's like we literally are giving people permission to mishandle us. So let me tell you something. If you clueless about how to get out of the situation, I'm going to give you some good advice, but you got to stay tapped in. Shout out. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. Okay. Listen, stay woke, people. I definitely want to say that. I can feel myself getting overstimulated right now. We are in some type of twilight zone or something. There's a lot going on here in the world. We had a situation at Smith's yesterday. Everybody, you have to be mindful of your situational awareness, because the truth of the matter is mofos don't know how to break up. That's the whole thing about it. DV, it just, we need to do tutorials on how do we break up. Okay. Because some of us are staying in these nonsense relationships thinking that there is potential, but no, you got the wrong P, babe. It's a problem. Okay. And sometimes the problem is you. Are you setting yourself up to be in survival mode? Are you trained to be a survivor instead of a thriver? Okay. Because we can't sit up and keep having all these personal conversations with ourselves if we're not giving ourselves the best advice. So I suggest you all come on in here. Like I said, make sure you copy, paste, and subscribe, because it's getting ready to be a very intense show today. And you already know what the season is. It's voting season. Okay. Make sure that you have the correct address. It is that time, guys. We spoke about it last week. Make sure you get your ballots and get them out. Listen, the postal service done changed, so you can't wait to the last minute, okay? Because they finding all the reasons not to accept the paperwork. You see what's going on in politics right now. You see me over here. You see me shining, man. Oh, Jesus. I'm getting overstimulated, okay? I digress. But yeah, definitely we're going to get into the topic. And definitely I want to say and give a silent little shout out, or a silent prayer, and definitely a shout out to my best friend's mom. She just passed away. My nephew, Lil Derek, Love After Lockup. I love you all. Devin, Derek, Crystal, Cardi, like my heart goes out to everybody. We just lost her this last week, and it's getting hard out here, y'all. So we have to be equipped with survival skills, and just make sure that we not just breathing out here, guys, that we also living. We're gonna have a caller call in today, so I had a whole program laid out, but of course, right before I came in, I got a call from one of my beloved adopted family members. I've been doing hair so long that we adopt people into our lives. And this is someone who I've hold near and dear to me But she has a message, so I asked her to call in the half of the hour to give her conversation. But yeah, I'm just wondering, like, are the vacations turning into homegoing services? Because if I didn't see 5 different vacations that turned into only one person coming back, okay, what is going on? And I mean, you just missing. We had a story about a couple that went out on a boat and you came back and she didn't. And now we trying to figure out where the heck is she at? Then we got you over here and taking a vacation, beautiful pictures, and now you on a live. So listen, ladies, I think we need to be very, 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 very careful. And you know what? I did just see a video of a man getting his ass whooped too by a female. But in the video, it seems to me he was kind of pressing the buttons, which would have been her neck, because I did see him kind of like push her neck, and she kind of was like, yo, chill out, I don't want to embarrass you. But then she ended up taking him down. But she beat him so bad that it almost made you wonder what happened after that. Because how do you come back from that level of abuse? And women, if we have to be this aggressive with our men, there was some warning signs before, then I think about that situation at Red Rock with the divorce lawyer. Folks, what is going on with mental health? What is going on with the breakup? What is going on with this relationship? Been over, but we are staying here because of what? Okay. Maybe we don't know the signs of abuse. So you already know what the name of the show is. Levels of intimacy. Okay. Why? Because it's levels to the shit. It's levels to abuse. And I don't think that sometimes we are very mindful, because sometimes the next is better than the ex. Okay. But one thing I know as a mother, a grandmother, and a daughter, if we don't instill proper value, proper mindset, a high level of self-esteem and self-respect, you tend to come across these situations a lot more frequently, because hence I have had some very tense situations, but I'll be honest, I have kind of been the toxic person, in my life and in my relationships, and reason being because of my upbringing. I can say that now, but I am healing in the name of whiskey. No, I'm just joking. Water. Okay. I'm healing because I'm cognizant, okay, of what's going on. So I handle everybody a little bit differently, and I make sure you know how to handle me, because I don't want to, I don't want to have to be in a situation where my clients have to reschedule because I'm locked up for the weekend. So yeah, I just want to go through this. So understanding that there are levels to abuse, guys. So the 5 levels that I definitely want to tap into is psychological. That's first and foremost, okay? Your mind, you're talking to yourself, your mind's playing tricks on you, but not really, okay? That's you showing up for yourself, but for some apparent reason, you just don't believe the man in the mirror. Sometimes that's called trauma bonding, okay? Then we're going to get into verbal abuse, okay? All that back and forth and you calling me out my name and all these extra adjectives, okay? If you're not calling me miss, ma'am, bae, love, hun, or my name, okay, and the fact that I have to respond back and say something negative, you are really in a verbally abusive relationship. Let's also talk about emotional and mental abuse. This isn't always a sexual relationship. Sometimes this is with our children. Sometimes this is with our family members. Sometimes it's with people that we really care about. You know what I'm saying? We have these emotional ties and showing up for people that sometimes doesn't always show up for us. So I think that moment you don't feel reciprocated, it's almost like, and then you show back up, that's a level of abuse. That's a level of emotional and mental abuse. And then you already know physical abuse. Okay. Once we start putting our hands on each other, now we about to turn into a law and order episode. We don't know if it's criminal intent or special victim unit. We don't know. But all we know is it's getting ready to be some paperwork involved. But a lot of times these type of relationships are the second tier to what the first toxic part of the relationship, and that's financial abuse, especially here in Vegas. I think that a lot of us can't afford to be single, in our minds, because we're living above our means. We haven't learned to allocate funds for necessary things. We haven't learned how to budget our lifestyles, and we have to know that these things aren't healthy. But the moment that we stay too long, it's almost like a cancer. I always say, don't allow yourself to be affected by the infected, because once these people become viral vocally, and now you start to eat off their plate, now you start to digest these things. Now these things start to tear you apart. Now you start to have anxiety. Now you start to have stomach issues. Now you start to have migraines and headaches. And think about the moment that you finally release yourself from these energies and you've been through all the processes. And then one day you wake up and it's back. We're going to have a caller call in. And I've been a part of this conversation with my caller. I know for over 15 years, we've been dealing with a level of abuse. And it's so crazy because at the height of it all, it's back. At the height of her not only just breathing, but finally obtaining freedom and a lifestyle away from this said nonsense. Imagine it just all coming back. How do we go through these processes? And I think that it's just crazy because a couple of years ago, a few episodes ago, we talk about soul tying. And I just think that if you're not on that level of understanding, you won't understand. It's just textbook ignorance. But you have to understand that sometime when you soul tie with these demons, the Bible even spoke about that, about, the the demons coming down and sleeping amongst the humans and how they would create these beings, which was Nephilims. I may be going a little bit too deep for the audience. Definitely for my guest, because prior to this conversation, she told me don't quote nothing from the Bible because everything in it was a trance. So, it just, She was like, told me stop quoting scriptures from the Bible
because it's a what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
It's like I'm doing like a seance, like casting spells, basically.
Okay.
Is she on the line? Because we can send her to
you told her the time, right?
I did.
Okay.
I did tell her. It's so much, but I'm staying focused. But I forgot that piece of information. So, being
she might not be wrong.
No, listen.
But I respect your Jehovah's Witness upbringing.
No, my mom is a witness. I'm non-denomination. Yeah. But understand that I do question some things, and what I do know that nothing is really set up for the woman to be the superior. And I'm not saying that's what we want to be, but I'm like, damn. We really, what I'm saying? My aunt used to say a phrase, can a hoe take a whistle? And I was young. I never knew what that meant. But until one day I said it, when I felt like everybody was kind of like, woo, 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 Connie, Connie, Connie. And I'm just like, damn, can a hoe take a whistle? And then it dawned on me. Because guess what? If you whistling, you ain't working. If you in that line of work. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
They say you can whistle while you work.
Not if you in that line of work. I can't whistle, though. You can hum. Because if you whistling, you ain't working. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Rest in peace to my Aunt Robin. That came from her. So, I'm just taking that. When I use it in context, it was just like, hey, literally, get off my back. Okay? Like, seriously. But yeah, just going back into those cycles of abuse. Say that you've been through all the steps. You fell in love. You fell off. And that's another thing. Oh, falling in love. Fall means fracture. Okay? Let's just be there. Let's not fall.
That's not the only thing it means.
What it mean?
You tried it, though.
I tried. Listen, I don't want to fall in love. I don't want you to beat it up. I don't want none of these
The act of descending freely by gravity, dropping suddenly to the ground, or a reduction in the amount of volume or pitch.
When you had a broke leg and a knee, you don't want to drop or fall. I don't want to.
I've never had either one.
So yeah, I don't want it. Let's just be there.
That sounds like a trauma. a trauma response.
Let's be on an even plateau.
Why do you have to be on an even? See, you know what? This not. Nope.
No. And I think I might have met
oh,
somebody.
Boy, here we go. Here we go.
Please, sir, do not get in the cycle of abuse with me, okay?
Because you the abuser. That's why.
No, listen. Something is wrong with me. For real.
Facts.
Because I swear to you, I was literally like head over heels in love for 15 minutes.
That's how long you be in head over heels in love.
And I got busy and I was like, girl, you don't even have time.
Why?
Such a
Why? You have to. You can make time for whatever it is you want to make time for.
You're right.
I literally, you know what? As a matter of fact, I posted that quote. It showed up in a memory this morning.
What was the quote?
Here, let me pull it up on my memory.
I have had time because I took off work all week, went to the spa, laid down, moved some stuff around, and guess what? Still have not braided the middle of my hair. Just don't understand it. I'm like,
because there's priorities.
It is. It is.
And that's not a priority. Your hair still looks cute. We would have never even known had you not said anything.
I know. I redid the hairline because I was looking at it last week. Like, girl, what is going on, Connie? Seriously. But
okay,
yeah,
back
quote,
this is
what's
my,
the
this
quote?
Is my memory from what is this from?
Is it
9 years ago?
It
says people make time for things that are important to them. If they don't make time, you're not that important. So if Connie is not making time for y'all, you ain't that important. Period.
And listen, you're not that important in my black-owned business, but you are important in the world. Okay, I just want to say that because I don't want nobody.
Sometimes you got to prioritize people if you want to establish a relationship with them.
No, I have. You know what? And that's so true because I had to scale back a little bit this month and last month because I will sign up for some stuff because normally I am with a little bit of alcohol and so I'll be happy. I'm like a happy high. You know, and I'll be like, girl, yeah, come over and do your deal. And I'll lay down and my knees hurt. And I'll be like, I don't know why in the world you would even say that that's what you're going to do, Connie, because you're not getting ready to do that. Like, no, but I can help you in some other manner. You know what I'm saying? But let me not be verbally abusive to myself and then take myself down in an emotional and mental abusive relationship trying to overextend myself. You know, it's constantly the conversation of what we are doing to ourselves as well as to others. You know what I'm saying? But let's go back to it. So if you aren't aware of psychological abuse, if you wonder if you're in an abusive relationships, I do want to go through these things before we get our caller on the phone. And I definitely want to make sure that you guys understand that there is a domestic violence hotline. It's 800-799-SAFE. So you are not alone. Make sure you break the silence and break the cycle. So if you do need any help, we have all different nonprofits out here. You have Safe Nest, the Shade Tree, and also the Nevada Coalition to End Domestic Violence and Rescue America as well. So definitely, if you know someone that needs some resources, please make sure to DM and make sure you vote. Okay, so you get the necessary people in office because we got to get people that are backing us and our rights. I talked about last week how we got all these Cialis commercials, all these pipe bust down commercials. Now I'm looking today, they got all these lube flavor commercials. The girl trying to break up, he looking at her like the flavors of the lube. And I'm like, what's the message here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is really, really going on in this hypersexual society? You know, like, this is how they are luring us in. Understand, guys, the art of seduction, you know, self-worth, understanding the purpose of your body, respecting yourself. Like, I just can't even stress the importance of that. And understanding that sex is natural. I always say that sex is natural, but understand with every responsible decision there is a consequence, you know? So this be mindful of the type of things that you put yourself involved in, and understanding even the psychological levels of abuse is gaslighting, you know, mind games, or making your questions a reality. You know, you have these different people that just keep saying things about you and then saying, I'm playing, oh, I'm just joking. Oh, you know, I'm just playing. No, man, that's psychological abuse. Anybody that make you look at yourself in a non-pleasant way is psychological. Why? What is the purpose? Why are they taking you down? Also threatening abandonment and destroying your confidence. Like, I was watching Kiki, what's her name?
Palmer.
Yeah, I was gonna say Wyatt. Dang, I'm tearing up names today.
Kiki
Kiki Palmer.
crazy.
And she said it to Hallie. She said, why you meet these niggas, they want you to play dumb? She was like, when you already dumb. So now you dumb, I'm dumb, we just gonna be dumb together. And it was such a real thing, because if you know you in a relationship with somebody who try to play you like you stupid, but you know that they, and I don't even use that word, I really hate that word stupid, but if they are playing in games on you like you're unintelligent, and you are aware that that's how unintelligent that they are, that they don't even know that you know they playing head games, this is psychological abuse, because now you're starting to overthink and overanalyze, and you become infected, because guess what now you do? You look to say things that destroy that person's confidence, or you look to play mind games, or it's always a tit for tat, like, oh yeah, I already know woo woo wop, and then I'm going woo woo wop. No, that's a waste of time. I'm trying to tell you.
What exactly is woo woo wop?
Woo woo wop.
What's the definition of woo woo wop? For
Woo
those
woo wop is,
for those that don't know what the woo woo, or hit you with the woo woo. Whatever.
Listen. The woo woo wop is stop playing, okay? Stop playing, you know? And when they hit you with the woo woo wop, it's the, you know, it's the, you can have a piece of my love. I'll be waiting for you, dumb bitch.
Girl.
Okay? Everybody didn't know, but that's what he said.
He said that?
Play the song.
Okay, I'm good.
Dumb bitch. Okay, that's what the woo woo wop is. Okay, that's when you that's how you getting played. Okay, so listen. The warning signs if you are in a psychological abusive relationship is you constantly apologize. You're being passive aggressive. You always second guess yourself, like, oh, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. This is somebody really destroying your confidence, and it's like, how come you don't want me to be the person you met? How come you trying to make me into something probably that you got rid of? You know what I'm saying? So that one man's trash is another man's treasure. I don't, that's nonsense to saying to me. And also just having anxiety before conversations. I found myself in that type of situation where now I become anxious, like that my friend was calling me and he just kept talking and I'm like, oh, I'm getting anxiety, because he constantly just getting on my damn nerves, with the woo woo wop, He talking.
And the whoop whoop whoop.
He give me the woo woo wop, and I'm like, nigga, I'm not the woo woo wop
And
kind.
a bing bing bow.
Yeah, no, I'm the bing bing pow. Yeah, I'm not the woo woo wop. Right, I'm not confused ever. Okay, I'm not the one to play the psychological games on. Why? Because I was.
Do you play the psychological
I was
games?
a master manipulator. So that's how I'm able to see these things. Okay, and I got my glasses on. Hello? Stop playing games with me, okay? Now, verbal abuse to me is wild. Because you're not about to talk to me crazy. On no level. You're not about to call me out my name. You're not about to humiliate me in public.
Have you done that?
What?
Have you done that
What?
to others?
No.
Call people out their name?
Probably. But
that's one thing. Like, I'm very careful.
I mean, wait a minute though. Not in a. I mean,
even if it's the N word, I feel like.
Well, yeah, I would say I'm verbally abusive at times, just in regular conversation.
That's not okay.
It's not. I'm working on myself.
Okay.
And sometimes when I'm verbally abusive, ooh, that sound like an abusive person. I was gonna be like, that's because I love you.
See.
Listen, I never forget. Bruce, he told me that. He said, when I put my hands on you, that's how you gonna know I love you. And next thing I know, that nigga was sitting on me and choking me. He said, I told you I was gonna show you I loved you. And I'm like, hold up.
I hope that was the last.
Yeah, this was 100 years ago. No,
Did you call the authorities?
No, I didn't. You know.
Because he definitely went and did that to somebody else.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's why you call the authorities.
What?
Like, I ain't about the police on some, like, some neighbor stuff. Something hit the fan.
Nah.
But if somebody put
back
their
in
hands
that
on
era,
me,
they called me Black. Black was pretty tough, I think I'm tough. I think Miss Connie is as tough as Black is.
You think you tough?
No, shit. No, I'm a heavyweight.
To do what?
Anything.
To fight
Pressure.
To fight a grown man? No.
Yeah, girl, I just fought a grown man about 2 years ago.
We're not fighting. We bang.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. If you know
bang,
we going to fight,
bang,
and I'm not
bang.
looking to fight. That's what my friend said the other day. He said, Connie, you've been fighting your whole life. Listen, I come from abuse. I come from trauma. I don't consciously choose to be fighting anybody, but I'm always protecting myself. Yeah, no, I am not out here starting fights. But if you push me, thump me, put your hands on me, it's going down.
That's what I'm saying. We're past the fighting. That's what I'm saying. Bang bang Niner gang, whatever they say that they.
See, I'm a victim of gun violence. So, and I've never talked about that on here.
But you have other options.
Yeah, I got my kitten knuckles.
You don't have to swing back. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to.
I got my kitten knuckles and I got a grill. The SUV. I'm telling you. You will have a VW on your chest.
I'm just saying.
I'm a ram.
I'm saying we're at the point, like if it's in a real time moment, somebody hit me, I'm going to, naturally hit them back. But if we in a position where I got something on me, I'm not fighting you. Click.
But it depends on like who. No,
I don't. Depend.
And nobody is coming to fight me. But somebody did tell me last week that somebody said they didn't like me. But I said she won't tell me.
I'm about to mute you. Who?
It is. They never told me. They was just saying I was speaking on the panel, and the girl was like, "I do not like her."
What you do to that lady?
And I was like, "She's a demon."
You over there bullying the old ladies? This from the LA game?
Mm-mm. No, the old ladies love me. No, the old ladies, they love me.
Can you do me a favor and check your phone, check in with your guest?
Okay, let's see. Yeah, no, I'm not out here just starting no fights. I'm like. I'm chill, for real. I'm just because I feel like I've always been able to fight. I feel like now I'm more of an unaliver.
Yeah, and that's my point. I'm saying we're too old to be swinging on people. Like I'm not doing that.
I'm not swinging on people. You made me say that. You made me say that.
Rewind the records.
I feel like this right now is an emotional abusive relationship. I feel like right now this is emotionally and mentally abusive. Okay, because I'm isolated. These are the signs. I'm isolated in this room with you.
Other than saying Connie is
monitoring the phone. You monitoring the phone and the socials right now. Okay. You trying to manipulate me through guilt because I done had to survive my whole life.
I'm not saying I ain't never fought now. I didn't have some fights.
I feel trapped.
But I'm saying at this old age, we not fighting. We got other options.
Yeah, listen.
You mess around and break a hip.
Let me tell you something. Okay? Now, I will tell you about the senior center because one of my teen seniors, no, she might be a weenier, okay? She been in there for a minute. But she is, she says she trying, it's not working. She just had to fight for her purse at the grocery store, okay? Sometimes you got to fight. The man went to grab her purse, and we do these kick thrusts in the chair yoga class. And that's how she ended up telling me the story. Because I was like, girl, you sure is kicking your leg hard. She was like, hey, listen, because the next time somebody come and try to take my purse, I'm going to back kick them like a horse. And I was like, well, hopefully that don't happen. She said, it just did. And she was like, no, we got to literally stay ready because, yeah, that's fine. You can pow, do your thing, pow, boom, bam, pow. But what if you don't have the opportunity to get to that? You know what I'm saying? You better know a little jujitsu, a little karate, a little crazy or something, so that you can save yourself. Literally. So, I mean, nobody out here starting no fights, but I'm telling you one thing, if you want to maintain and keep your social security card and all your paperwork, you better finish the fight. You know what I'm saying? But then too, you know what? We got to stop carrying everything. Somebody left their purse in my salon the other day. I mean, every card she ever had in her life was in this little purse. And I'm like, why in the world are we carrying so much stuff around? I used to be like that too. But I think once my kids turned 30, I stopped carrying their social security cards. I literally was carrying social security cards around till the kids was 30. They almost 40 years old now. I know it's like, Connie, like, get rid of some of the paperwork. You know, I don't have to save every receipt. And now everything is digital, Connie. You can go on there and literally use the card and do the database. But it's just, you know, that's that old school thing. But yeah, so we spoke about the emotional. We already said the verbal is crazy. All that yelling and public humiliation. I've never been a name caller unless I'm trying to think, when have I ever really been really nasty with somebody like that? I'm not that type of person. Now I can crack jokes, like if we going back and forth, and that could be a level, but I'm never gonna just call you some crazy verbally abusive name like, oh, you B, U, C, D, E, F, G. No, Connie not about to do that, because I'm about to fight. Because as soon as you call me too many names, it's over for me. I'm about to snap. So this is why I don't even deal with these kind of relationships. But I speak to so many people who are in situations. So, you know what I'm saying? The number is 702-551-5261. Is she on the line? Okay, we have our caller on the line. Hello, caller.
Hello, this is Shanae Davis.
Hold on, wait, we can't hear. Oh, we can? Oh, where the hell is my girl? Nah, I done did the whole show. Hello, caller. How are you? Hello.
Hi, this is Shanae Davis.
Hey, Shanae
Hello?
Davis. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so we were just having a conversation about tolerance and levels of abuse and going through and coming back into some of the nonsense. I just wanted you to share your story and your information.
Well, I'm calling to basically tell people some truth that I have. So there's basically a situation where I found out I was approached by the elite, and they have black suits on. And the elite runs around. First of all, they're not human. Okay. Whatever's in that body of theirs, it sounds crazy, but it may not be totally human.
Because you just kind of started off. So I didn't give them kind of like the setup. So can you just be more specific so the audience can understand what's going on, who you are, who we're talking about?
Okay, so my name is Shanae Davis, and I started out being very religious. I was explaining stuff to people that I found out was very confidential information, so that's why I got approached. Okay, so I was explaining to people about God and religion or whatever the case may be. So the elite got whiff of it, and they did not like it. Okay, so when that happened, they approached me and they said, "Oh, we have something to tell you." So they started giving me all of these. They're men in black suits, but their energy is not. It's not really human like. I don't know. That might, people might not feel comfortable about that. But let's just say men in black suits.
So wait, are these the elite, or the elite are telling you about the men in black suits?
No, this is the elite I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm really going to be unalive for telling people this kind of stuff, but it has to get out there. So the elite approached me in black suits. So they're not really human. They're not really human inside there. And that's really important for people to know, because the government is going to start outing certain stuff, and they're going to out what those type of people are. So the only thing that I would tell people is make sure they wear stuff that's floral, because they're going to see why I'm saying that. Let's just put it this way. let's just put it this way. A lot of people are going to laugh at what I'm saying, and I'm being so fucking serious. The reason why they approached me in the first place is because there was a domestic violence situation going on with Celeste and David, which is D4VD. Now, a lot of people think there's so many people that's mad right now, and they think that he chopped up that girl's body and put it in his trunk. But that wasn't really the case. What happened was the elite set her up. So they kidnapped Celeste. There was a promise that was made. They kidnapped her, took her, and did whatever with her body, and then they blamed David, which was all.
Okay, so let's make sure we say allegedly, just for okay, so yeah, I'll just definitely want to say allegedly, just to cover myself on all levels of legalities. Okay, so we're talking about domestic violence. So this is the root of this whole story, is that you were in a domestic violence situation, which brought you in contact with the people who were affiliated with D4VD, the David and Celeste situation.
From what I know, I was a target because I was telling people religious information that they should not have known. So I started taking the religious information down because I just wanted, I didn't know that it was even that serious because people wasn't paying attention to it. But the elite did not like me out in that shit. So they told me.
You're talking about when you were doing your lives with the coverings.
Correct.
Okay.
So what they did was they told me about what happened with David and Celeste. So Celeste was that little girl she was 14 years old, they're saying they got chopped up and put in David, which is D4VD's car. Mm-hmm. So the whole rundown of that was given to me, and they basically are saying that they do this all the time, that they kidnap little girls, they take them, do what they want with them. I'm not going to describe that on live right now, but just use your imagination. Mm-hmm. What are the Epstein files? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They do it all the time. So they kidnap little girls, they take them wherever they want to take them, and then they set somebody else up for it. David, the truth is David had nothing to do with the little girl. Mm-hmm. He was a friend to her. Mm-hmm. He just was a friend. Right. He didn't have no sexual relationship or nothing.
Just to pause, you know what? I kind of want to agree with that, because in the beginning of the story, we knew that there were some issues with the family, allegedly, with social services going in and out. And she was a runaway. I remember allegedly reading something about that. And it's just like, if she was unalived at 14, but they had an ongoing relationship. So I spoke earlier about how do we not know where our 11-year-old is? How did they become... How are you privy to this information? I know you said the elite. So can you be more specific about who the elite are?
I mean, it's going to sound silly, but the elite is ran by intelligence that is not of this world. So that's a whole nother thing that I don't know if I really want to get into. But the only thing I can say is they're not human. And the reason why I know they're not human is because I saw them do stuff that was not human-like. Mm-hmm. So they're not human. So that's the reason why they have the power that they have. They can't really be touched, and people will laugh. They'll be they'll think that that I got to be nuts, or I have to have taken something or whatever. But the reality is they do this all the time, and they get away with it. So and they have threatened my life that I was going to be next.
Why have you been chosen? Is it only you, do you feel like, in this situation? How were all of you chosen to be a part of this one story dynamic?
So that's the thing. I don't fucking know. That's the thing. I don't have no idea. I have no idea why I'm the one that they're telling me this stuff to. What I know is that I had confidential information from the get-go. I was trying to tell everybody from the get-go. And another thing they told me, and this is really important for people to hear, and they're not going to believe it, but that the Bible scriptures are hypnotizing Black people to curse them. That's what they told me.
We have to say allegedly.
Okay, allegedly.
So say it again.
Okay, allegedly.
Uh-huh.
Allegedly. I mean, I'll say that for the radio, but I mean, really and honestly, the people that can shut this radio down right now have so much power they can just end it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It sounds crazy, but it's the truth.
Nothing sounds crazy in 2026, honestly, and we have to take these stories into context. So let's just go back just to speak about you. You said that you were a part of a domestic violence situation that got you even in this whole situation. So where is that at in your story? Like, are you understanding?
So basically or whatever, people like get sold or whatever, right, to the elite.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I was purchased. Maybe somebody gave them some money or whatever. But what I do know is the domestic violence situation that I had going on or whatever, it just doesn't really, it just is not like, there's no connection to it that I can tell right now is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
The connection to it is not connecting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that's not what they told me that all of this was about.
Mm-hmm.
They told me that it was about me giving away spiritual confidential information, and that's why I ended up getting the invitation to the party, because you get an invitation. So once you get the invitation, you can go. So when I went, it was
who
just
gave
that.
you the invitation?
The elite. They give you an invitation. If you don't get the invitation, I wouldn't take the invitation. If you ever get an invitation, don't fucking take it. But the elite, they give you an invitation.
I mean, is that okay, hold on. I'm sorry, because I don't want to sound crazy, but I want to make sure that we understand that we are not tapping in. So is the elite, is this the brand? Is it are you speaking of a certain organization? You just keep saying the elite. Who are the elite? Because I don't want to throw anybody under the bus and say a name, but I think you need to be more classify who is the elite.
Okay, so let me just really, really make this clear, because I keep trying to tell you, and you're not really getting it. They are the elite, is what they call themselves, and they are people that are in regular bodies that aren't fucking people.
And how did you get the invite?
I got the invite because I was telling people about shit that they didn't want told. That's how I got
from
targeted.
The podcast. And I kind of know, but
Yes,
I have to make the audience understand where the information is coming from,
Exactly. So you get an invitation, and then when you get the invitation, you get an invite. Once you get the invite, you can go. So I went.
Oh, so wait, sorry. The invitation came what? DM, instant message, email, phone, house, text message? Or is this like a spiritual thing?
I mean, it was kind of like, okay, it kind of happened first. It kind of happened like it was a spiritual thing. And then from there, you just kind of meet up with like black suited people. And then they go to these parties, and these parties are doing stuff that it was in the Epstein files.
Mm-hmm.
So you get this invitation. You can't just go. Like, nobody can just go.
Okay, so hold on. Hold that thought. Because we do have people on the feed saying, what the hell, this is too much. But let me tell you something, guys. I've been in Vegas 20 years, and I have become exposed to some things. Yeah, you should be nervous, Tiff, because this is real. Human trafficking is real. Exploitation is real. Domestic violence is real. Yes. Abuse is real. Cannibalism is real, folks. So as crazy as it sounds, they have footage for everything that you are speaking about now. And I'm so excited just to even have you on my platform to share this information. So this is why I keep asking you all of these questions, which I think we're going to have to take this into a part 2. But understanding that, I think that people should not, that they don't know because they don't see you, is that we are speaking to a very, very beautiful woman. I've been acquainted with this sister for over 20 years. She was in the game at the high end of luxury living, dating, you know. And when you said elite, I took it as to say this high level, these highly successful men. But I think you were talking more so of the minions that are controlling these successful men, correct?
Right. So what I'm saying is something more powerful than what we understand is running the world for real. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, we're just people in these bodies. But the elite is not, that's what they call themselves. Okay. The elite. And they are not regular humans. They're not regular. They're just what they are. They're not regular humans inside that body. Like, they're people that can lift shit off the table with their hands. That's what I'm saying. Like, they have real fucking powers. So back to what I was saying. So the elite gives you an invitation. Once you get the invitation, you can go to the party. At the party, they're doing these sacrifices that is really fucking real. They are taking 14-year-old kids. I wasn't a part of it, but they're taking 14-year-old kids and they are, doing nasty things with them. You can use your mind. And then they're setting people up, and they do this shit all the time, and they get away with it all the time. And because, I know about it, they are basically threatening my life now. So I do not want to hurt myself. I want to go on record saying I don't want to hurt myself. There's nobody in my life that wants to hurt me. There's nobody in my life that wants me dead. There's nobody in my life that would be willing to hurt me.
Right. So basically saying if something happens that this is, Vanessa, we have callers. They say they've been doing this for centuries. Vanessa, Carice had a question. What's your question, Carice?
So my question is that how specifically did you receive the invite? Like, was it like, hey, come to this party? Or was there a formal invite? Like, what does that look like? And it could be a quick answer because we only have a few minutes.
So basically, it was like a phone call. So you get a phone call. They told me what they did to Celeste, and they told me if I wanted to be a part of the elite, that they were going to give me. I had to accept the invitation, but I had to understand what they were doing. So they walked me through the whole entire thing. So you get a phone call, and then you get an invitation. So the phone call is first. Then they start telling you what either you can out them, or you can either you can out them or you can keep it a secret. But if you keep it a secret, then you're a part of the elite, or you're a part of the industry, which could be you're rapping, you're singing, or whatever. They give you a talent. So
no, that's
okay.
Real.
And then
black people.
And then just real quick, because I think you've answered that. So beyond that, so now you actively receive a download about this information about certain situations that happen that maybe the media would call a conspiracy. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can call it a conspiracy.
No. I'm not saying we would. I'm saying that's what the media would call. Like, you would say something, which I think that you should say whatever it is that you believe is true. Right. We're gonna say allegedly because that's what we have to do. And
you
media.
Say we may think you crazy, but no, this is literally your information.
And the information you saying, I could say, hey, there's some things that I have experienced as well, but also. I want people to understand, like, okay, you could be, or they could say, okay, she sounds like she might be schizophrenic, or it sounds like she may be taking something, which you mentioned that earlier. Like, have you looked into those things as well?
Yeah. So to me, it doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not crazy. I'm not schizophrenic.
Yeah, I understand. We understand. Yeah, we understand that. I'm saying, how do you combat that conversation? Like, have you, like, how do you combat that conversation with someone saying, "Oh, it sounds like maybe she's schizophrenic"?
I don't care. I mean, if they believe
So
it,
are
they
you?
believe
So you're
it.
just
But
saying
I
you're
will tell
saying
you,
so you're saying you don't. You just continue on. That's the short answer that I'm looking for.
No, I can answer that because I know her.
right.
If you know her, you know her.
But listen, I will tell you guys. I'll tell you guys three things, right? Before, because I know you guys have to go, but I'll tell you three things that they told me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number one, throw away your fucking Bibles if you're black. They are fucking scriptures that are hypnotizing black people to keep them cursed. If you want to believe that, you can believe that.
Which
but
version?
I'm telling you
The
what they
King
told me.
James?
All of them. It's been over 40,000 versions.
It
Listen,
doesn't matter.
throw the
They
whole
just
Bible
told
away.
me. They told me the truth, and they started laughing about it. They were like, "This is really gonna fuck you up."
But the thing
And
is,
they
the
told
truth
me
is
the
in
truth
the
about that
Bible.
Bible.
If you read it, it's you can diagnose it not being real in itself. So, but I completely agree with you.
Well, I'm just telling people
Shanae, I
because they're
completely agree.
still.
I'm agreeing with you.
So what's
we
the
on the
second
same
and the
page.
third?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the first thing. The first thing is, if you're a black person, you have a Bible. You are basically reading that Bible to keep yourself down. Like there are verses in there that is hypnotizing you to stay cursed. That's what they told me. The second thing is, they told me that they were going to reveal themselves, like the elite and stuff like that. We're going to start showing people like who they are. Like they have to give up the information. They said that they have to give it up now. So I was one of the people that could out it. So, but they said when they do that, people probably should wear perfume that smells floral. Because if you do, they won't really mess with you that much because they'll think you stink. And the third thing that I would say is, I didn't fucking hurt myself. I didn't want to hurt myself. I didn't there's nobody that wants to hurt me. I'm not in a relationship with nobody where somebody wanted to hurt me. Nobody wants to hurt me. And I don't care that people in the streets in Las Vegas think I snitch or whatever. The shit was settled once they found out that the only person that I told on was Molly Ma, that I didn't out anybody else.
Allegedly.
And the shit was settled. So they're okay. Well,
I just have to say that, because I know that story. Yeah. So no, I'm with you, friend. Go for it.
Settled. The shit was settled, okay? Because everybody knows that that's the only I snitched on a snitch. So nobody wants to harm me right now, but the fucking elite. And I'm just going on record saying that I don't want to hurt myself. They are gonna have to end my life for telling you guys this shit though. So if you take the shit serious, take it serious. If you don't, you don't.
Well, thank you so much for calling in, Shanae. I definitely appreciate that. I have always had your back, never questioned anything. You have been a goddess to me. Definitely have made me aware of some things that were happening that's unexplainable. So I just definitely want to let you know that I love you. It was great hearing from you today. I haven't heard from you in a while. I hold nothing against you. You know I'm always going to be here for you. And definitely, I just want you to stay in touch. And thank you for calling in. And hopefully we can follow back on this conversation next week because this is a very, very serious topic, So you did mention some names here.
I'm still fucking around, Connie.
I know.
Around.
Because I couldn't believe you said his name. Because we normally don't say his name. So the fact that you even said that name is really, you know what I'm saying?
But it's not connected, Connie. They came after me over shit that I was telling people spiritually. That's why they're mad, because I was giving people the fucking answers.
Yeah.
I was giving people the answers on how, on all kinds of stuff, and they didn't like it. But, I know you guys got to go. I thank you for, having me on here so I can tell my truth. And I hope I do get to talk to you next week.
You will. Listen, stay covered there. Okay. I love you. Be safe.
Thank you. Love you too.
So, guys, yes, that was Shanae. Thank you, Shanae, for calling in about her experience. Listen, it's levels to this shit. It's no more silence, no more survival mode. We have to choose ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? Abuse doesn't always arrive looking dangerous. Sometimes it arrives attractive, and slowly the control begins. And I think that's kind of the dynamic that just hit in that story there, because when I tell you, although she says that this isn't connected, it's just one more thing that keeps her from authentically living a safe and secure life, because I do know that situation, her coming out of that with that said entertainer, and how tumultuous and draining that was, and to see her grow and blossom, and then now to be hit with something heavy like this. So definitely, I definitely just want to make sure that check on your loved ones, check on your people. If people come in your mind, just check on them. Everybody don't believe in God, so everybody don't want a prayer. But definitely, if these people come to mind, just check on them and make sure you pouring into your baby girls and your sons, because listen, truth be told, it's a lot of 14 and 15-year-olds around here missing, and it's just unexplainable. If they say the Ring cameras could be turned on with one button in a central location, they can see everything in the neighborhood. I don't understand how kids just keep coming up missing and don't nobody know where they at. Listen, the naked truth is, it's levels to this shit. I'm your girl, Miss Connie LV, and I will see you guys next week. This shit gets real. It's your girl, Miss Connie, coming to you every Wednesday at 5 p.m., discussing the levels of intimacy. What's your naked truth? Stay tuned in to stay turned on. See you at 5.